What up, what up, what up, what up? Happy Tuesday, DJ Booth Radio Show. I'm DJ Duke. Almost didn't make it, but I'm here. I'm here. I was eating, but I'm here. I'm here today. DJ Niles is here. He looked real West Coast today.
What up, what up?
Fresh feet. They got the fresh feet on with the old school joints. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Give props what props do.
Appreciate
You know what I mean?
that,
New Year coming up, maybe you get the picture. You know what I mean? What up, yo? DJ Niles is here. You got the hat. The hat is where it's at though. The hat, the scruff look. That's what it is.
This
It's
hat
the
is
scruff
so
look.
comfortable and warm.
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
scruff
it.
look. It's a scruff
I
look.
love it.
It's a scruff look. Everybody checking on IG. What up, Keisha? What's good? How you feeling? So DJ Niles, what up? How you feeling?
Man, I feel great, man. I feel awesome. It's been a good last week, you know, like just chilling, relaxing. Went to work, of course, made a couple $, and just kind of chilling, man, hanging out with folks, going outside in the cold and shit. And it's just been cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Definitely have a lot of customers.
I do.
Yeah, you could let me go sometimes.
What do you mean?
But with my haircuts, like,
What do you mean?
you can give me a discount sometimes.
No, sir.
Okay. It's fucked
See,
up.
we just talked about niggas.
I'm just saying.
We just talked about niggas.
Niggas will be niggas. Yo, shout out my Park Ice family, yo. My Park Ice family came through last night. Rick Havoc on here. Valley Smalls came through last night. It was crazy on a Monday.
Okay.
It was retarded on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Bumpy Jr. Park. Everybody in Park, it's all love. We all know there's a lot of stuff going on with the Park Ice strut.
With the strut.
Yeah, but see, to me, it ain't authentic unless you dolce with the clap. You gotta do that part. See, you know what I mean? So shout out to everybody at Park Heights checking in early on the show early. But I'm saying, what did I do this week? What we had this week? I was in town.
Yeah.
We had Monday, what's the Wednesday? Last Monday with Cole, DJ Cole. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, it was just tonight. Taco Tuesday tonight. Wednesday, was the Wednesday last week. Thursday was the Wednesday last week, the Christmas party.
Okay.
Little Black hosted, Critique Empire. Friday was Crafty Crab, was nice.
Okay.
Saturday, Crafty Crab again, and of course, Sunday was Christmas. And my Christmas brunch there actually went well.
Okay.
We had about 79 people come.
Oh, nice.
So Merry Christmas. Thanks for everybody that came out to my brunch on Sunday. You know, definitely a success. So
that was good. That was good.
Good week. Now we back at it.
We back at it.
Back at it. Last night was the Wednesday. Everybody came out. He said, as long as people were doing right. That's what it's all about, chat. That's what it's all about. Right. But I'm gonna drop that new Valley Smalls. I dropped it last night. I'm gonna drop it on radio.
Yeah,
today.
I seen him posting it. The Park Heights strut joint. Yeah.
You know how to do the strut?
I got my version of it.
I'm nice.
You nice with it?
It's like when it's like the house. It's like house music when I get drunk.
Yeah.
Remember I caught the Holy Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there to witness that, yo. That's a big moment for me, yo.
It was.
That was a big moment. Y'all caught the Holy Ghost on house music one day. I just caught. Was you DJ? Who was DJ?
No, I wasn't DJing.
So it must have been the other dude,
Malcolm, or it might have been Tommy. No,
Tommy ain't get that. I would have been over there with Tommy.
Okay.
So it was the dude before him, Malcolm. I think. Yeah. I think it was you, yo. Take the credit. Sure? Damn, nigga, right. Take the credit. Hey, that's what I'm saying. There you go, yo. Poke my bad. My damn computer. Poke your chest out, yo.
Hey, whatever.
But anyway, Ash is in the bill. What up, Ash?
What up?
You made it.
I made it. My apologies.
No, I'm glad you hit me because I actually forgot. 3 years, I've never forgot about the show. A 10 radio show, radio DJ. I never forgot about the show. The day I forgot.
You did?
I was sitting there eating.
Okay, I didn't forget, but
yeah, when you texted me, that's made me remember.
Technical difficulties. Yeah. My body not meant for electronics. So
what that mean?
Every time I touch one, it dies.
Oh, that's wrong. You be saying some deep shit. You got to relapse. Anyway, we got a special guest in the building, right? So this guy here, before I introduce him, this is no cap. I interviewed a lot of DJs, super celebrities, all types of stuff. This is no cap. Now, before I've been DJing 7 years. Before I first started, my brother's a promoter. Booked him for a party. Right. I can't remember. I don't know. Was that page where we was at? Heard him DJ. I told my brother, I like yo.
Okay.
Before I even had a thought of DJing. I just like his style.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I have him on the show is a very big deal for me.
Man, it's a big deal.
Very big deal.
Especially to be in a DJ Booth radio show.
Absolutely. The legend, the myth in the building. What up, champ?
What's going on?
DJ family? Gully.
DJ Gully in the building, yo. What up, Gully? The smoothest dude I know, champ.
Man, I can't call it. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here for real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot going on in this world, man. And, you just got to count your blessings and live each day the best you can.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Right.
That, drink water. I'm trying to eat better.
Yeah.
Take care of my family.
Yeah.
And my businesses. Live life.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into these businesses.
So tell the people, you have to be on the rock. God damn, that's right. It's one of the people. That's like you say, Scotty B. Certain people you just gotta know. We talking about that yesterday. About DJs, you gotta know certain people. Right. So it's like, do you walk into some party and some DJs don't know you or?
I mean, I never really think about it because I invite. It's just always love with me. I mean, if you participate in the craft, then it's almost like I embrace you. Because you're part of it. I see online. I recently seen online. It was I can't even think of her name right now. It was a young lady. She used to be a party host. Now she started DJing.
Oh, bam! She started my show. She started the show.
A lot of DJs was giving her flack, and I'm just like, no.
Shout out to Bam.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the family. Because at the end of the day, no matter when you strip away the money, when you strip away everything, it's an art form.
Right.
And how you express your art. It's how you choose to express your art,
right?
And it's never going to be the same way. What you do, what I do, what any DJ do is never going to be the same because it's our expression of music,
and that's what makes you unique.
I'm like, why they mad that she want to be a DJ?
Yeah, and I came on there and I just showed the love. Like, look, I tell anybody anything you need, let me know. I got you.
That was just crazy. I hate, and they bold with this shit. Like niggas is bold with it. Like, and the hoes want to be DJs. Like, what the fuck? Like she can't be a DJ, yo.
We just talked about niggas.
Yeah, yo, just talk about that.
That's gonna be my line all day.
Yo, took a little black shit like them niggas.
No, we was saying before you came on stage, I was like, yo, that don't sound like a mental breakdown to me. That sound like you said, nigga was speaking his mind.
Yeah, that is true.
I always say, I love my people, but I hate my people.
And see, it's crazy because that's how people call me like, yo, call your man, da da da. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like hearing, or you reach out to a person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do a lot of fuck shit. I just don't like the social media emotional shit, though.
Yeah.
That's just not something I ever did. Like, if I got into a promoter, my money, which happens a lot as a DJ, right? Fuck our money up and shit. I don't go to Instagram, yo, fuck the Windsor. Oh, damn, my bad, Windsor. Well, fuck the You caught it? You could on it. You caught it. You caught my joke.
I did.
Okay, you all fucked up today because you never laugh at my shit. Thank you, though. You can laugh. Why you holding shit back? Why you holding shit back, yo? Anyway, it's about you today. All right, so what made you want to be a DJ? Like, where did it come from?
I mean, I was bred into music. Honestly, my dad was a trumpet player. Studied at the Peabody. Played at Morgan's. Was on Morgan's marching band back in the day. My mom's was a singer. That's actually how they met. So they met in a band back in the 70s called Fragile Glass. Used to be an opening act for a lot
DJ
of
Jamal. What up?
Come through. So, my dad would trip because he was like, when I was a baby, that's what he would do. You put a little transistor radio in my crib, and he was just like, everything that you're doing now is like, this is in you. It's part of you.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget. I can't remember the year. I want to say it's maybe 88, 87. And for those who don't know, I'm from Cherry Hill.
Damn, for real?
In Cherry Hill Shopping Center, EPMD came out there, and DJs, of course, they had DJ Scratch. And I mean, man, they, part of the routine back in them days was, the MCs would do their set and just get their DJ time to show love. And if anybody know DJ Scratch, he, I mean, if knowing that piece, you kind of get a grip of why I DJ the way that I do.
Okay.
But watching him get busy on the turntables, it was like, Pops, listen, I don't want to play the trumpet. I don't want to play the piano. I don't want to be a singer. That's exactly what I want to do. And my dad supported it day one. God bless him. Went out, went to the store, and it didn't happen right away. We're talking 88, then in 91, 92, Christmas came around. He went and bought me. And the crazy thing about it, Booby,
DJ Booby, the legend,
sold me my first set of turntables.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So it's dope to be able to come full circle, and these guys that I admired, I can literally get on the phone with and pick their brains and say, yo, this what I got going on. What you think? Or what I'm saying, or I did this, how this sound, and it's an honor.
Yeah,
it's an honor.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's good to keep that because some people forget that. You know what I mean? Like, like that's why I'm so happy that I still meet certain DJs. Like it was like when I first met you. I know you DJ Tim Trees. That was like the biggest. I mean, you remember that? I was like, yo, he a fan of mine. I'm like, I'm a fan of yours. So it's like when you're a fan of music, it never gets old.
Right.
You know, not to be smart, but like Friday, I got Blueface on my show. I'm out there excited to meet Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a big celebrity, but it's like, yo, all right. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm happy to meet deep, like people that can. You know, I grew up on Scotty B. Grew up, you know, the Bull B. All them type of DJs. So it felt good. So have you remained humble over the years?
I gotta give that. I gotta put that on my parents. You know what I'm saying? God blessed me to be in a situation where my mom and dad was together. They were married. They raised me. My dad just passed away 2 years ago, 2020. But even all the way up to his last day, he made sure that, you know, I always remember that for everything that I've gained, it can all be taken away if you don't treat it right. If you, it's anything that you it's like an idea. No matter what the idea is you're birthing something. And the same way, I don't know if everybody here else's kids. I mean, parents, excuse me. But the same way you birth your children, you got to nurture them. You got to take care of them. And if you don't, they die. Malnourishment. And it's the same way you have to be with the gifts that God give you, the blessings that God give you, anything that's been given to you. You got to treat it with care. And I try my best. I mean, I'm still human. So sometimes, you know, the ego shows up. And you know,
that's what all of us.
I might do a scratch here and be like, yo, you heard that? You know what I'm saying? Like I might do something real slick. But at the end of the day, we always got to remember at some point, the lights fade, the people go home. And what are you left with at that point? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just you and God.
That's real.
And you gotta keep and stay focused on that.
That's real. I always want to ask you scratching. Who was, well, when you said it, you already said it. That's like when you first said him, DJ, that gave you inspiration. So you started scratching from day one, or you just excuse me, like, okay. No, you can't.
Okay, all right. I was fucking up my father's stereo system.
You cuss all nice and polite.
I think most DJs kind of started doing that, messing up their parents.
You remember so my dad, when he DJ'd or when he played music, you know, he had the hi-fi stereo system, set up 2 speakers on the stage, and you know, he just go through his records, his cassette tapes or what have you. So, you know, before I go to school, I look around, put the needle on there. Like,
That's why they mess it up.
Then my dad would come home, and when he's ready to listen to the radio, listen to a stereo, the needle would just straight slide all the way across. So trying to mess it up. Said, boy, I gotta do something with you. I gotta do something with you.
You did stuff like that too?
I never messed up the stereo system, but I know exactly what he's talking about.
I hear that a lot, though. I hear a lot of people. See, I wasn't in that era, so I probably would do the same thing.
Yeah, you probably if there's something you're interested in.
That's what kids do. That's what kids do.
That's what kids do.
So now speaking of era, right? It's so many questions we got for you. But how did you transition? Coming from authentic, I'm not saying control is not authentic, but coming from the essence of DJing to like to the push button.
My thing was I've always embraced technology, and at the time that the paradigm was shifting as far as DJ was concerned, I was working at Guitar Center. So I was on the forefront of watching. Okay, this is what the future is going to be, and I think myself and maybe a few other DJs, we was like one of the first in the city to really transition to controllers. And I remember DJs giving us hell for it. Oh man, I never did. And now everybody clubs don't even provide DJ setups no more because everybody bring their controllers.
That's another discussion.
And now things become so independent that, you know, certain controllers I don't care to play on. Like I don't want to play on that.
That's true. And if I saw, he told me, because that's how we got cool. He basically was like, yo, I watched you on Instagram and you only had turntables. I didn't have a controller at that point. And he was like, that's what made me want to work with you. And then I got a controller, I didn't like it. So now that you train control, I just don't like the look of it.
it's a respect, and then
That's how I feel.
And it makes sense in the arena that you in. You know, being in if I was doing hip hop shows and things like that, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're going to bring out the turntable.
I like that word arena because of where you at. That makes sense.
It's conducive to the environment that you in. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, it's all about either you gonna rock the party or you not. Either you gonna show up or you not.
Right.
That's
true. And that's
all that matters, you know. And you gotta be comfortable with where you are as a DJ. I would never walk into a venue and be like, yo, I need to get on the set with Knowledge and them and play house music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not saying that I don't like house music, but I just know that's not my lane. And I respect it. I respect it enough. And sometimes we got to do that. You got to respect something enough to know, like, yo, that's right. I can admire it.
Right.
Yeah. David Dab.
I know do their thing.
I do that shit all the time.
Now, I can attest. Now definitely do that.
When it comes to, especially when it comes to Duke and what Duke do, Duke can be like, yo, if Duke was to say, yo, can you take over a show for me?
Ask him
be like, nope.
He does that a lot.
He
used to say yes. You used to do that.
I used to work. I used to. No, what I would do is say you had to run to the bathroom or you had to run to the front and take care of something. You're like, yo, this artist get ready to come on.
Oh,
just play this song. Throw me in there. Like, yo, play this song next. Play this song
next.
Now I
think about it, that is fucked up to do. I be like, yo, play this and play that. That is kind of put you on the spot.
Yeah, you do a lot.
But I do it a lot. He made me think about. So I got a confession to me. So, last Sunday I was DJ at the church. So I actually one of the few DJs actually DJ in church. So the pastor preaching. And I'm over there DJ, right? It's in real life, like pulpit. It's unbelievable, bro. Like the old people don't like it, but now they start to understand it because it's not. I grew up in church.
Yeah, it's not ordinary.
So it's not normal to have a DJ in service. That's just not normal. So she does this. Bishop Weir, that's her name, right? So she made me mad one time. Lisa Weir.
Oh, Lisa.
She's a singer too. Okay. So she made me mad one week. This is real life. God forgive me. I never told nobody this, but I'm got my suit on, right? Cause I'm DJing, and she gets about before she preached, like, yeah, shout out to DJ Duke. This was before I went to Mexico. About to go to Mexico, but when I came up, they didn't have those. They had the turntables. I'm like, I want to say this ain't a fucking turntable, but it's a pastor. I had the Rain 12s, but she looked at it like they wasn't a toe arm, the old school. So I felt like, yo. Like these are turntables, you know what I'm saying? But it's
was
not.
it one of the moments where you went through all talking to them through the whole service afterwards, and then all you wanted to do was say to the pastor was, "These were turntables."
Yeah, I didn't say that to her. I could. Okay. I'm trying to make it a good way. So I feel that might sway my. You know what I'm saying? That might sway, but that's my confession. It just caught me like you said, like with the controller when the guys used to say that, "What you doing?" It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I told the story of how I got sold my last controller, Kenny K. And Identity. I was DJing Identity behind Kenny K. So I had no choice but to get good. Like every week I came in there with the low ass controller. Just I learned turntables, but I wasn't nice with the. I wasn't nice. So I brought this, the little small one. So every week, Mike Crosby or Kenny K just look, April Wide, they look at each other. Kenny K don't talk. Nigga don't talk. He just like here this nigga go. It's one of them looks, y'all. He like, here this nigga go. Yo, put the case on, hand me the wire. Won't he say nothing to me? So I don't know if I told you. I was like, one week, I was like, yo, I'm tired of this shit, yo. I'm tired. I ain't getting no respect from niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I jumped on the turntable. I walked in there, and Kenny went to do the thing, and I was like, nah. I was like, okay, buddy. You know that's the first thing he ever said to me in my entire life. He said, okay, buddy. And I got on. It was rough. My blends was rough. But after a while, I started to get it. I started to get the hang of it after a while. And that's how I really, really learned turntables. And shit, I thought it was nice, but Identity was a different crowd. Yeah. Now, so speaking on that guy, like, it was the first time you encountered like a huge crowd. And you had to really rock.
Oh man, I can tell you exactly when that happened. Shout out to my guy Be Easy. So oh man, there was, what's the name of the club now? I think it's called Mirage now, but back it used to be called I can't remember what it used to be called.
Mirage down
on Dubai now, right? No.
It used to be.
Medusa. It's Medusa now.
It's Medusa now.
Bedrock or something.
Bedrock. That's what it was called then. So before this night, I DJ'd a lot, and the small bars and clubs, lounges around the city. And then one night, me and Beezy, William, People's Choice.
Yeah.
We linked up, and he was like, "Yo, I need somebody to open for me." So I'm like, "All right, cool, I got you, no problem." I go down there, I set up, and at this time you had to climb up into the DJ.
Yeah,
booth.
still like that.
It's still up there.
There's a ladder. You had to climb up this ladder, go into the DJ booth. So, you know, party. Let's say the party started at 9. By like 10 o'clock, I'm like, okay, all right, people coming in. Then about 10:30, I'm like, okay, about another 100 more people coming in. Then about 11 o'clock, now I'm starting to get nervous because now this is my first time in front of maybe like 500, 600 people. Shout out to my guys above average. Matter of fact, I still rock. They my guys. And the dude ran up, jumping, and I'm playing it cool. Like, all right, you know, I'm saving, you know, I'm in opening DJ mode, so I'm saving hits. But Easy running late, and now it's go time.
Yeah.
So dude jump up on the speaker and say, "Yo, play that shit." Like, I'm okay, all right. So then I got my bag. I started doing my thing. People started partying. Easy showed up, and I'm thinking my night is done with. They were like, "Yo, how much can we pay you to go downstairs and play?" So there was a downstairs to Bed Rock. And I went downstairs and played, and that was really like my first time being in front of. I think they maybe had like 600-700 people there that night.
Damn.
Yeah,
like
that's a lot of people.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's
They
jumping.
can hold up to like.
I know they had a downstairs.
1,500.
They had a downstairs.
Yeah, it's a downstairs.
I didn't know that. I don't even know that one. Now, what's your first? I know we used to DJ for the air, but nobody now parties. We bought this shit for real. Pages. Shout out to AJ who give me a shot though. Yeah, AJ. Shout out to AJ. AJ gave me that shot.
No,
nobody in that motherfucker.
We started at
we found it in Tom's spot.
Tom's Gilmore Street.
Gilmore,
yeah, Baltimore Gilmore.
Yep, they were the international.
We was in that bitch by ourselves.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
how that sound?
Man, that was my first. That was my first one. Yo, speaking of that was my first make. Yep, rest in peace, Uncle Al. I did his party for Father's Day, but that was a cookout.
Yeah.
And then I met Tom through you.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, Tom called me.
You know, I be all in the hood.
Yeah. So Tom called me like, "Yo, I got a party," but I'm thinking some regular shit, some hood shit. Tom's like, "That shit ain't nothing. Go down that motherfucker." I don't then care about how I blend. So I get down and he was like, that's crazy. He's like, "Yeah, it's a wet recession for Scotty B because he couldn't do it." I said, "Huh?" There's Scotty B, the guy. So I said, "Yo, I want to DJ Scotty B party." I was nervous as shit, yo.
As you should have.
Super nervous, but I did it though.
Yeah.
And then years later, I started DJing International. But I found out that was when the lights was out, when they shut Internationals down. Because the parties would be at Internationals.
Right.
But so I found out after the fact.
Okay.
But it's just funny, got the same soon as I started, I was scared. I mean, I was nervous.
You always
nervous running to work. Then we in the hood. We ran my way, so it's like, you fuck up, you gonna hear about this shit right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what was your first DJ like experience? Like something like that where you felt the pressure or you had to get through?
I would say it probably would have been when I DJ'd with Tommy down at when we was playing down at 1722, the Ad Hours.
Yeah.
Okay, after Tommy?
With the big
Club
dog.
shut
Right,
down.
yeah.
He's with the big dog.
Okay, after Tommy?
Nah, I hell no. Tommy closed it. So man, that was a point where I was a little nervous because they had the CDJs and I had
I hate that.
so I had the CDJs and I had my controller.
Right.
So I was playing off all four.
That's
I was just like I wanted to test myself, like challenge myself to play with the CDJs because that's like the closest thing to turntables. That's digital. So that was probably a real big moment for me, like playing and opening up for Tommy or just playing before Tommy.
Yeah,
knowing that when he come on, it's like
I got a lot of respect for house DJs to be playing with before turntables.
I was about to ask, what you do?
That's dope.
So I don't necessarily need four.
It's just like
I'm good with like 3 or even 2. So one of them you might really only use for maybe like your acapellas or something that you might bring.
They're not all going at the same time.
Yeah, they're not going. They may, depending on who you're talking to. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I watch Charisma and Spin.
Oh yeah,
I watch them. They rocking off, man. I just be like, jeez.
Yeah, they getting ready to be here.
how do you even keep up with all these moving
Keep
pieces?
the shit insane.
Yeah.
But the vibe, the house with the vibe is just
dope.
incredible. Louis Vega, like the vibe is just.
Oh man,
I got man, there's so many
that
stories.
was a
about
that was a
DJing,
big
man.
moment, but I wasn't playing at that moment when Louis came here.
Yeah.
I was behind the scenes helping set up the speakers and all that.
Yeah.
And I was there. I met his sound guy.
I mean, you
who's
called me,
also
told
a
me that.
DJ.
Yeah.
Can I
You
touch
told
on
me
that for a second?
Yeah.
What you just said right there, being behind the scenes, you know, if I have one complaint about where I see in this DJ world now, and talking to a lot of people, it's not just a Baltimore thing, and I don't want to make it seem like it's just here, but paying your dues. There's you know, one thing I tell my kids, you can go to school, you can get a degree, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really the degree that matters. It's the journey that matters. The journey is really all your degree says. All your degree really says is say, hey, you know, I specialize in this field, but I'm committed.
Right.
I can learn on my own, and I have a basic set of skills. And this is not to take anything away from anybody who has that degree. It's not my aim.
Yeah, not at all.
However, when I look at the nature of DJing as it stands now, too many people are under the belief, and a lot of times the world teaches them, but they're under the belief that I can just get a computer, I can just get a controller, I can just get a hard drive. I'll go to this DJ over here, buy this hard drive, and I'm a DJ. And that's not necessarily how it works. And a lot of times, you know, people forget that it's really the journey. I did the same thing. When it came to when I connected with Easy, I mean, I was in there taking pictures for the man, like for his website. Like, yo, whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do just so I can learn. Because I knew I could DJ, but what I didn't know at the time was how to facilitate a party, which is a totally different skill set. You can DJ, you can count the four, you can make the beats match. Anybody can do that for real. But being able to facilitate a party, navigate the ups and downs of a party,
feel the vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah, make sure you got the vibe going. There's an art to that. And I think a lot of, and I see this with a lot of the younger and up and coming DJs, they miss that piece. They really miss that piece, and a lot of times they jump into situations that they're really not ready for, and it's not a good situation for in the grand scheme of DJing overall. Overall.
It makes sense.
I think we still have a, you know, I hold it near and dear to my heart. So I always feel like we have a responsibility to protect the nature of what it is that we do. And a lot of people totally miss that point.
Yeah,
that's true.
That makes sense.
So God, when you go into a club, you hear DJ. It's hard for us not to critique a DJ. Like, it's hard for you to hear it. Like, if a dude off blends, you know, it's hard for you to be like, all right, you know, not pay attention. Have you ever went over maybe to try to help a DJ? Like, hey, yo, you know, if you know, like, hey, won't you try like this? Or have you ever tried that before?
No. I now, if a DJ asks me my opinion, I'm honest with them. Like, hell, I like that. I didn't like that. But for the most part, you know, I let a DJ do his thing. Because one, if I'm off, I'm off. Like, I have to, sometimes you got to detach from it. And sometimes I need to go listen to the house DJs play, because I know what I'm playing all week. And sometimes I need to hear this DJ over here because I just need to detach from what it is that I do. And sometimes it's like, you ever hear comedians say they don't listen to other comedians? You know, it's a lot of that too, because I don't want to hear somebody else do something, and then you might like it, store it away, and then 6 months, or not even 6 months, but 6 weeks later, you might do that, and your mind will really convince itself that, you know, like, this is our idea, but it's really not. You just heard somebody else do it, and you stored it in your subconscious. So a lot of times I try to steer clear from DJs that are kind of where we're kind of in the same lane. Music,
I got you.
But I don't critique any. I try not to critique.
That's fair.
I love listening to DJs that play anything, like everything. Like,
a good DJ is a good DJ. I agree.
I like that open format, but I know me personally, when I go out other than me DJing, I always go to Caribbean African parties. That's just my vibe.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I forgot that. Yeah, shout last week I was in I had a private party in DC. Cleopatra Couture, beautiful estate. Big $3 million estate. So crowded. What I love about doing African parties, so of course I'm American, right? So I walk in, what the fuck are you doing there? Right. Every single time. And shout out to High Def. That's something that when I first started opening for High Def, I'm gonna say that was a lot of pressure too. Because people always expect that fat motherfucker. They always expect High Def. When I used to walk in there, the motherfuckers like, the fuck? You know what I mean?
I give High Def. High Def is just different, bro.
It was High Def, but they'd be easy. You know, they think it's thieves. So High Def would be easy. So I used to get their gigs and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway, African party, I love that shit because they don't think I know what I'm doing. So I get on, play the African shit. It's just a vibe, yo. And they just forget what the fuck going on. They just party. So that's I don't like to go out here hip hop. But I won't say I'm not gonna go there. But I just, you know what I mean? I'd rather go to African, Caribbean, Jamaican shit.
Have you had an opportunity to do an African wedding yet?
No.
Let me tell you something.
So, yo,
let me tell you something.
All right, how did you go first?
When you get an opportunity, man, they just show love, man.
I want
to, and they show love in the form of money.
Yeah,
you know,
the money,
so
they throw the money shit, right?
My very first one, I'm from around the way, so like, yo, you throw money at me, that's disrespectful,
right?
For somebody to throw money, and we was at oh man, I can't even think of the name of the club. These clubs be sold. These clubs is a while back. It was an African club right downtown. But that was my first experience, and the guy throwing money at me, and then I just did a African wedding not too long ago. It's a great experience. It's a great. They party.
They
parties.
Yeah.
They parties, and I mean the bride walked out of there with a trash bag full of money, and I mean shout out to my African family.
Yeah,
that's real.
Y'all show love, and that's something that we need to see more of.
Yeah, it's culture. Like my sister married Ayo. He's from Nigeria, so she's marrying him. So she's like, "Well, I want you to relax at the wedding." And I kind of wanted DJ the wedding, to get it. She's like, "No, I want you to relax and all that." So she said they having two weddings. They have an American and they having a traditional, whatever. So like this week, I'm going to Sierra Leone. So I want to explore all of Africa. You get what I'm saying?
Go for it.
And speaking of that, so you're into the Afrobeats heavy?
I'm not gonna say I'm into it heavy. Yeah, I enjoy it. For me, Afrobeats, I kind of the feeling that it gives me is almost in the same arena as house music. It's almost this spiritual.
Yes, very well said.
It's like a penetrating feel to the music that kind of almost. I hate to sound like this when I say stuff.
No, I totally agree.
It's almost like it touches your soul.
Yeah,
so it's like you kind of go into
the drums, the horns,
like just it's and again, it's just I think it just speaks to the true essence of who we are, and that's why a lot of us attach ourselves to it.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see.
I can agree with that.
I'm glad to see that it's taken off the way it is.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Well, I need to get healthy. You know what I mean? I'm going to Africa, so I'm asking this lady to give me some pills.
You gotta take a gator seed. Gator pepper.
What's that?
Gator pepper. Look it up.
What that do?
Because pepper, it'll keep you going.
Gator pepper.
Keep you going. Gator pepper.
We got a specialist here today.
Gator.
Right.
Gator
pepper.
Oh, what? What?
I don't know.
You will not get sick.
So I took all 4 of my shots. So I got my shots. I took my malaria pills Friday. And then I'm gonna get this gator pill shit.
Take the gator pepper.
Okay.
But find out if you could do that first.
With the diabetes.
Like with what you had. Like you can't just go take some shit.
Yeah.
You have to don't just go take some
But I've been doing well with my diabetes.
It's a great spice. It's a great spice, gator pepper. It's it's a really spice.
Okay.
What it does, it helps clear you out.
Okay.
Get some mucus out your body, everything.
Okay. Let's check that out.
Yeah.
What?
And you'll be able to get it in abundance overseas.
For real?
Yeah, it's from Africa.
So it's like a daily thing?
It's an African spice.
So it's a daily thing to eat?
Yeah. Just whenever you're feeling down, you take them. It's up to you, but it's going to flush you out.
That's what I need, yo.
It's going to flush you
out. Are we going to ask segment real quick?
Hold on 1 second, man. We got to shout the legend. DJ T was just checking in. What else we got in here?
DJ 5 Star.
5 Star was checking this. DJ Sean Nice. DJ, all the DJs, DJ Dave V,
5 Star said, "What's up, Gully?"
DJ Cherry,
the big guys.
DJ J Cherry too.
Now I'm really getting nervous.
Everybody checking in, man. All the DJ Jamal checked in today. Shout out to all my DJs because we about to jump into your segment because this show we started this. It's called the DJ Booth Radio Show,
Right.
and I've grown to do certain things. Of course, now it's been a part of every single thing I've done. But it's like I love this show because even though Fridays I got celebrities, it ain't like this. Like last what I had what's his name? That's Big Boogie. Big Boogie last week. We got Turk. I had Turk on all the major celebrities you can think of, but it ain't not like a DJ conversation.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, this is a very big deal. I love just.
Yeah, I thought about it, and I think I seen. Where did I see? I seen you somewhere, Gully, and I was like, I gotta get you back on the show. And you was like, yo, just let me know. Just let me know.
It took me a while. He was when we first started.
He came to other
I got
radio
your
station.
drop. I got your drop.
But see, I want to come back to this because I don't want to cut ass segment off.
No, go.
All right. So, like I said, he is a returning guest. Right. And I like to see the evolution from how you were then to what you're doing now, which brings me to your other business ventures.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got I see you rocking with the blow up joints.
Yeah, the moon bounce.
The moon
You've been doing that
bounces.
for a while. You've been doing that for a while.
And my father used to have one of them.
The moon bounce.
What? But back then, them shits was so damn heavy. Yeah. Breaking that shit down was like.
Lighter. They didn't get lighter.
I remember seeing you in a white truck. Yo, I'm a DJ. He be in a white truck just looking at
Yo,
shit.
he got a whole warehouse full of shit. I'm like, yo, getting it in.
So what was your start of that? Like, what made you want to do that?
So I maybe ran up. I was about 21, 22. I actually worked for a moon bounce company. I'm not gonna say the name of the company.
Yeah. I got you.
Me and the owner had some differences back in the day.
Got you.
But that was my first introduction, and then some years later, this is before I even linked up with Easy, and then it was just something that him and I at one point we had discussed. So I already kind of knew that was the route that he was going to go.
Okay.
And and that's one thing I can appreciate about my guy is when we had this discussion, it was like, he never been a type of dude that just been like, yo, nah, you know what I mean? Go for a Gully. Like, yo, it's enough money out here for everybody. Let's just make money. You know? And I started the business. And I mean, man, at first I didn't want nobody to know it was my business. Yeah. I kind of wanted this. It was our first year out, and I just made this investment into it, and I just kind of wanted to see what it was going to do. And I mean, like, man, it just took off like a rocket.
Yeah,
it was just like put everything together. But it was the evolution of it for me occurred when the controllers came about. So when the controllers came about, around the time the controllers came out, that's when you started seeing power speakers. Power speakers, power tops. I don't recall any real subs at this time, but you had power tops. So my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, I can take a controller and a power speaker, and I can do kids parties. So if I do day parties wasn't really a thing at this time. It was always night parties, start at 8 o'clock, 8 to 12, 9 to 2, around those times. I'm like, all right, well, if I do kids parties, I can do kids parties during the day. I can maximize the money that I make throughout the day. So now I can make this couple hundred over here, go do a party at night. Now I made this for the day.
Right.
But then as I'm sitting there, I'm like, and I'm doing these kids parties, and I'm saying, all right, this guy coming here, all right, he bringing tables and chairs, and this person over here bringing moon bounces, and it's like, oh, I'm missing out on money because now I'm realizing I'm building this niche that nobody is really tapping into,
right?
But I'm not capitalizing off the play.
Gotcha.
So that's when my brain started working, and when opportunity presented itself, I bought a company out. I seen the company was on Craigslist.
Nice.
I got on the phone with him. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna buy everything you got. Yeah. So when I met up with him, everything just kind of unfolded. Like it was just meant to happen.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
And that's how I got into the moon bounces. And
that's tough.
I'm always trying to think, what's the next step?
What's the next step?
Now, I'm into real estate investing.
Okay. That's always a good one. So I love real estate.
Bought my first investment property last year. It was a duplex.
Okay.
So I got a 3-bedroom, upstairs, a 1-bedroom downstairs, and yeah, it was last year.
So you got tenants in? Tenants already
yeah.
in?
Yeah,
Nice.
man. And because the interest rate was so low,
Yeah.
man. So now I'm actually about to close on 2 more properties.
Oh, nice.
Fingers crossed in the next 30 days, at least one in the next 30 days.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm always thinking, I can't keep running. I mean, the reality is I'm getting older and I can't keep running at this pace. I mean, I've been running this race now consistently 7 days a week, probably for like the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
So now it's time. Now my body is like, yo.
Yeah, and see, you built, like you said, it's a process, it's the work you put in. You're like, what I mean? It's like, would you rather be cool or deal with somebody that don't work 7 days a week, that don't do nothing, or somebody that put that work in? Because that 7 day a week work that you putting in is the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Because you can't, ain't no retirement for DJs. Yeah. So you gotta have other business. You gotta have other things going on. Because I'm 7 days a week now. I've been doing it when I first started. I used to make $100 a day. Then we international was $100. You know what I mean? So I involved with money, but it's still a toll on your body. So what happens 5 years from now? You know what I mean? I'm tired of my body. So now I'm at 2-3 days a week. My money gonna slow up. So it's like having that's what I don't think a lot of DJs understand. People my age will come, new DJs like, yo, you gotta have a backup plan. Yeah. So did you ever think that too coming up? Like, yo, I gotta have a backup plan. Oh yeah. And that's how you open it up. Because it seems like every opportunity, every job you have, you turn to opportunity. Yeah,
even now I work a 9 to 5 now. So this my lunch break. I'm the guy, so I can hold down the fort till I get back.
Can you go back again? Because see, this is the thing. People say people work too much. Tell somebody what you just say.
I mean, it's
he got a 9 to 5.
I got a 9 to 5. Right. I got a 9 to 5.
You on this lunch break?
And it's always about. So this what somebody said to me, and I read this post. It said, your 20s you work hard. In your 30s you work smart. In your 40s you work when you want. And that's the goal. The goal is 2-3 years from now, I'm not working for nobody else. I'll be working solely independent, and I will work when I want. And it's kind of where I put my DJ business at this point is I work for I don't work with every promoter. I don't work for every situation. Some situations I turn down because
after you tell me we're gonna go back to promoter.
I don't want to be a part of it.
Right.
I don't want to be a part of it. Now I'm hyper aware of what my name is attached to, because I have kids. One day I'm gonna be a grandfather. And I want to be able to kick back on my acres with my man-made lake, pond, whatever. I'll get there. Yeah. And just be able to chill.
Right.
Golf course?
Right.
Just be, no, not golf. I don't think golf is my thing.
Okay. Now he's trying it.
Golf
anyway,
shout out to
this segment. This segment. Now you back with knowledge this week. This segment brought to you by Balt Vodka.
She's hot and cold.
Shout out to Balt Vodka. New Year's is coming up. Make sure you get a bottle of Balt Vodka. Also, shout out to BMF Moscato. Y'all be fucking the money up. Shout out to BMF Moscato. BMF the hottest series on Stars right now. Season 2 is coming out. It's crazy. Shout out to Lord Meat. You know the campaign. Free Big Meat. Shout out to Southwest Tea. BMF Cash. Also, visit my jeweler, Infinity Jewelers. Use code 17. Get your discount. All that stuff. Why are you shaking?
Because you.
That makes you nervous.
Oh, okay.
You're shaking.
That
means you got the itis or some shit.
No.
From the ad, I'm like, the fuck. Don't fuck the money up. But anyway, support all our sponsors, all that good stuff. But this part of the show, I really love because these are healthy tips that I don't use, but you should use them. You should use them. What? I'm trying to get help. I've been taking my medicine. Man. But no, all jokes aside, man, I take literally 6 pills a day. So like, if you can prevent yourself from not being as unhealthy as me, and people's worse off than me, you know what I mean? Please take care of yourself, man. Please take care of yourself, man. I've been doing. I'm diabetic, by the way. If I want to buy, what pills you take? You know what I mean? That's hereditary, right? So I got really fucked up.
Well, I mean,
right? It's kind of like it just happened.
Sometimes
I could have burned on myself.
Yeah, some people can get you can
by what you eat.
Yeah,
which takes me into what we're talking about today.
Okay, let's jump right into it.
All right. So good afternoon, my kings and queens. It's your girl AJ the Bunny. The time has come again for your Remedy 10 here on the DJ Booth Radio Show live each and every Tuesday, bringing you a remedy for 10. I hope you guys were cautious about the things you ate over the holidays and the effects it could have on you and your health. The things we eat can sometimes be tasty and also a daily want. However, a lot of the foods we eat can be the cause of some of our health problems and we don't even know it. Some foods can cause cancer, some foods can cause other health ailments with your breathing, and some foods can also cause you to go slow and not move properly, and your blood is not flowing properly for you to be able to move and do more things. So worst foods that you can eat for your health are foods with added sugar, like cookies, cake, ice cream, candy, sugary breakfast cereals, foods with added salt like chips, pretzels, breads, crackers, canned soup, processed snack foods, refined carbohydrates, and processed meat like potted meat. I don't even know what that is. So I have a few herbal history that you can use to assist with boosting your health. And we're going to start with number one, which is nettle. The stings hurt, but this herb can also help men over 50 who have a non-cancerous prostate enlargement, medically known as BPH. In the 3rd century BC, Greeks prescribed nettle juice externally to track snake bites and scorpion stings, and internally as an antidote to plant poisons such as hemlock and henbane. Roman soldiers flailed themselves with nettle branches, which today is called urtication for joint stiffness and arthritis, and is still used today. European herbalists toted nettle tea to combat cough and tuberculosis. As strange as it seems today, as a treatment for asthma, they recommend smoking the herb. It also can stop nosebleeds. And you get like not high like marijuana, but it's like it's a good little, you know. Hibiscus, enjoy a cup of red zinger tea. The color comes from the hibiscus flower. Hibiscus leaves has been used topically as a skin soother for bites, stings, and wounds, and internally as a laxative. It has been used for heart disease by the Egyptians in 1999. Was the first study to prove that hibiscus lowers blood pressure.
Okay.
And last but not least, a simple and easy thing to do in house with digestion and flushing of the kidneys is water and lemon.
The easiest,
I like
right?
to drink it hot after a meal like it's tea. It helps with digesting my food, and the lemon period is a great fruit to have around. And get yourself some clove oil and use it as a spice as well. The spice can help with digestive problem. It relaxes the smooth muscle lining in the digestive tract, and the oil has been said to kill intestinal parasites and exhibits broad antimicrobial properties against fungi and bacteria. And it can be used for treatment of diarrhea, intestinal worms, ringworm, and any other intestinal ailment. Okay, so I hope you were taking notes because that's all I have for the Royal Castle today. Listen next Tuesday, guys. But if you can't wait till then to follow us on Reality Recycled on IG, YouTube, Facebook for all your DIY and holistic health tips. Hit that subscribe button on Spotify. A word, if I may, new community podcast. DM me to get your double R bars if you want it. And all natural and healing clean. Our soaps are antibacterial. Check out our holiday special. Buy 2, get 1 free on our soaps. Stay healthy, be more aware, and positively prosper. If for any reason you feel like all hope is down, please, I say it again. My day has been very bad yesterday, y'all. And my morning has been trying. And I just want to say, if you have any feeling like your hope is down and you have no one and you don't know who to talk to, there are people out here that you may not know, but they care about you. And if you ever need someone to talk to, please, I beg you to call this number that everybody's been talking about. It's been around for a little while now, 988. 988 if you're feeling suicidal, okay? And please just take care of your health. And I want to say rest easy, Kenny. You will be missed. All right.
So real quick, I actually recipes to say Kenny Whittaker. That who you talking about?
Okay.
He passed away on Christmas Day.
Okay.
So my artist is on the check-in. That was a friend of hers. So he passed away on Christmas Day. And he had, I think, 4 kids and stuff like that.
Okay, so this could be the same Kenny because probably. I did not know Kenny's last name, but my neighbor, they've been here in Baltimore. They're originally from New York.
No, that's a different county.
Okay, so they've been here in Baltimore since July. They moved for a different scenery. I believe it was either November the 26th or December 26th had marked the anniversary of my neighbor's son was killed a few years back. No.
Oh, okay.
Her daughter is married, and they moved with her mother as well. Been very cool neighbors. We hit it off immediately, play bones. We have a couple of drinks. We play spades. Have a smoke. We've all been around each other. He knocked on my door yesterday morning. He knocked on Christmas morning to say Merry Christmas from the fam. And then the next morning on the 26th, he knocked on my door in the morning. And he was like, "You dry?" I was like, "I'm dry." He was like, "All right, I'll be back." And we closed the door and we was getting ourselves together. And I think it was about maybe 3 hours later, not even 3 hours later, we were trying to plant. We were getting ready to plant our fall crops. And so we're in the backyard. We don't hear anything. And then my mom uses her key to come in because, mind you, I bought the house next to my mom.
Yeah.
So she used the key to come in. She's like, "Oh my God, Ash, you didn't hear all of this and that and forth." We run. We drop everything. We run out. We like, "What's up?" She's like, "You didn't hear the screaming and a big thump and this and that." And everybody's outside. Ambulance, the fire department, everything. And we just like, "Oh my God." So we're standing out there. And the paramedics go in and they bring him out. And from me being a former EMT, seeing the things that they were bringing out of the medic, I knew what was happening. So then I went to find, no one was outside from their house. So the other neighbor's like, "Oh my God, Ash, what is that machine? What's this machine?" And I'm like, "It's not looking too good, guys." So I took her to his wife to the hospital because now they're not allowing you to ride. Even if it's a trauma, it doesn't matter.
Hold on. Stop.
Yo,
what,
bro? I cussed. I know it didn't have anything to do with me, but I cussed those people out because her pain, yo. It was like
they wouldn't let the wife ride.
No, they don't let nobody ride unless it's a baby.
Ever since
COVID, yo, look what they doing to us, bro. Look.
No, you gotta talk about this. We have to talk about this. We got a new governor. We gotta talk about.
We have to talk about this. And we don't. I don't care if somebody feel like they want to do something or people are disappearing, man. This shit is so real, and I don't understand why it's so hard for us to be able to live. It's an alternative. It's an ulterior motive here. Yeah. Okay, and if we as a people, man, don't see this, it's more of us. We are the fucking majority, okay? It's more of us than anything else. And we are the only ones here that can't say that we are African American because this is where we are. We don't have another place to go back to, another country that you can ship us off to. Right. This our shit. So if it's our shit, then why don't we control our shit? These are our streets. Why are we allowing our sons to be killed? These are our young women. Why are we allowing them to make wrong decisions and mistreat their children? Yeah. These are our establishments that we give them money every single day.
We worry about the wrong stuff, right?
We worry about the wrong shit, B. Yeah. We worry about the wrong shit, bitches. Excuse me.
I totally agree.
Chicks be saying every day, like, "Oh, this, my nails, oh, this, that, and the fourth." I have been without a phone purposely for 5 months because it's not important. What's more important is the time that I spend with the people around me, my loved ones. Right. And what's important is the time that I spend with the children who are around me, who look up to me to see someone and what they're doing. You're giving the wrong message to your children. You're giving the wrong message to your friends and your family. We are going to die, man. We're gonna die. And the kids that's coming up now, I don't want you taking care of me. You can't do shit for me, bro. That's nothing. You're dumb as shit.
That's why these people, our politicians, are so important.
You don't care about nothing. And the politicians, all they care about is the money.
Yeah, you know, how you feel about that? I know we got to move, but how you feel about like when a black man runs for office? Oh, black, he's black.
He's black. He's black. Do he give a shit about you? Did you even ask yourself where does he live?
Right.
Do he live in a city with you?
Right.
My neighbors, all right, I rock with, it's a city councilman in my neighborhood that I rock with, all right? And people may say whatever, he's white, blah, 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 blah. He lives in my neighborhood. He grew up with me, Okay, he knows the neighborhood. He went to the same schools. His parents didn't, just because he was a different color, take him and put him in a private school. I went to private school. They didn't do that. They just put him in a city school with his fellow people from the neighborhood, and that's where he is. And he grew up. So you feel like he got more ties. So he cares. He genuinely cares about our neighborhood. Yeah. Where versus you want to vote for this person. Yeah. Because they about to shut down the gas station in Northwood Plaza. I live 3 blocks away. That has been a gas station who is owned by a family who I am cool with, who is not receiving any money, and they grew up here. Is that about Northwood, right? Now listen to this. Listen to this. Let me just say this, and I'm sorry, because I got a lot on my heart. You pay attention to a death of a 61, 62-year-old man at the gas station that has happened. Okay. There has been shootings at several gas stations in the vicinity around there and down the hill and over west. And they have been dying in these neighborhoods. When are you going to shut that shit down? They don't have no market. They don't have none of the necessary things that the neighborhood really needs for their children to excel, for them to be able to be healthy, okay? But they got a liquor store that opens up at 5 a.m. They got a corner store that opens up at 5 a.m., okay? And at these places, you got people outside. No, it's nothing against what you got to do outside. I feel you. I got nephews, okay? I understand how it go. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if they can sit in front of these establishments and shoot and kill each other every single day, and the police do nothing and the establishment still standing, now you want to come over to Northwood Plaza because they just got all this money.
That's a new spot, right?
New spot, but it's been Northwood all day. Northwood all day, it's going to be the same people that live in the neighborhood. Ain't nothing changed. You keep wanting to blame the neighborhood. It's not the neighborhood.
So let me get this correct. So they want to take the gas station out because
they want to take the gas station away. Period. They want to close down the doors because this shooting happened and said that this shooting.
That sounds like an excuse that they wanted to do this anyway.
Exactly, but pay attention. This is a place where all the elderly come and play their numbers. It has been a safe place. It is a family-owned business. People come and get their cars.
Yeah, that's what I sound like. I've been there before. He fixed my car.
Like, it's not really extra stuff going on, but they push it so hard for this, but they're not pushing for other places that I think
it's the agenda more. You know, it's just a lot of stuff,
right? Morgan. Right. It's now that, like what you said with the black president thing, I haven't seen this many black people come out the woodwork to shut this gas station down since before it was just talks. Yeah. The neighborhood committee, we pass out papers all the time. You don't come to none of the meetings, but yet you on the news to shut down the establishment.
I think we got a politician, y'all. No, I think we got a politician there. I'm gonna say this and move on, right? Honestly, Stacey Attorney Moses, she's not Stacey Attorney no more. But, she gave me a parade. I won an award, all this stuff. But besides all that, to me, besides Sheila Dixon, besides people that I've seen in the community, I think that's what we got to start our politicians.
Yes.
And our new governor, I forgot his name. What's our governor's name?
Westmore.
Westmore. I've seen him in the community already. So I feel like our leaders have to be more in the community to tell us what to do. Instead of not being a hidden agenda. So I don't know everything about politics, but seeing them, I see Stacey Attorney Moses literally outside. She's like little black. Like, she's little black all the time. That's what Stacey Attorney Moses. And I'm like, we voted her out of here. I'm not in the politics, but I just don't get it. This shit just don't make sense. So we're gonna have a whole show about politics. Cause we gotta go with Apple was calling us. But definitely gotta go. But real quick, fast. She is talking fast. So what's next? Just like you said, relaxation. Enjoying life.
Next is just being better. Being better. In every sense of the word. Better health, better wealth, a better father, a better man to my woman. Just being better. That's always next. That's always my tomorrow. Is just being better than I was the day before.
That's I like that, yeah.
That's really it for me. But I do want to kind of speak to what you was just saying. So in my day job, I work in HR and I work down in Laurel, Maryland. And so I'm in a place where I see both Baltimoreans and a lot of people from like the DC, PG County areas, and I see the mix. And I noticed that, and it's the first time I've ever been in a situation where I can clearly see a difference. in people. And a lot of times, my fellow Baltimoreans we tend to be just a little bit more aggressive. And I noticed that people that are not from Baltimore have a hard time dealing with them. And so speak to what you were saying about the politicians and everything. We need to be more proactive about having people who share our experiences, who has walked our walk, because those are going to be the people that understand us. When I'm at my job and I'm talking to someone else from Baltimore, I know how the conversation going to go, and I don't take offense to it because I know
you already know
I know this is how we're going to talk. Because I don't walk that walk, and so for someone who hasn't been exposed, or who isn't, it can make a person feel uncomfortable. And like I said, speaking to your point, when we look at these politicians, I'm an avid supporter of getting out here and vote and participating in the process, not just getting out there and vote, but put your money into it. This is beyond anything. America's a capitalistic society. Money talks. You can vote all day, but until you start funding stuff, until you start putting money in
cash
the pot,
is king.
That's all you are, as a vote. And that's how we get treated, as just a vote.
That basically what you were saying. We definitely gotta go. I got a couple questions. But I will say this, right? So before my phone died, so I was talking to a politician, right, who's already in office, and I told her, I say, let's go all the way back to Stokey, right? Stokey Carmichael, right? Raised me growing up, like from White Line. So I told her, like, I just felt like if Stokey was out there, he's more relatable. He's been in the street, he changed his life. He understands the music. He just understands how our culture works, right? So she told me, well, would you rather have a black man in office that knows politics or a nigga around the way? I'm not even gonna say her name. So I'm gonna ask, so by you being in politics, would you rather give somebody Stokey a chance? He's from around the way, regular dude, you know what I'm saying? Where you from. But he cares. Compared to a nigga that went to school, know all the back channels, but just don't care.
What matters to me? I don't give a shit if you black. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you green. Do you care about my community?
Right.
Do you know what my community needs?
That's all I want. Okay, that's all I was trying to tell her.
What your jacket is,
that's all I was trying to tell her.
It is. I don't care if you went to school for it.
Yeah.
What is your plan?
Right.
What is your plan?
That's all I want to. That's all. Don't kill me, ass. That's all I want to know.
I'm angry.
Cause I told her, I said, she's a black girl. She was telling me,
that's why I don't need no
why you want him in there just because you? I said, yeah. Because he knows what we need. Problems. He knows that's like every club should have a DJ. Like,
but that's not what they're gonna do.
I'm gonna give an example. Shout out to the Windsor, right? Shout out to the Windsor making me that marketing manager. I think I don't know how many DJs run clubs here. I want to manage at the Windsor as a DJ. So you can't tell me, because I can call if I need a problem. If I got a problem. So it's like you gotta have certain people in place. So why have somebody that's not from my community that don't know shit? You might be from, but you ain't grow up like me. So how can you tell me? Right, we're gonna do a whole show on politics.
You can't tell me nothing.
And one more thing with politicians, like I try to bring, we can do it here, but Radio One, you can't bring a person that's running for office.
No, because it's a part of
they always gotta be office. They always gotta be office, which is bullshit. But then
which is bullshit, but technically it's not, because I also get it, because some people you will use it. I'm not gonna say nothing.
But the same guys,
some people use their name, their clout. To get somewhere. Once they get there, what you doing? You ain't doing shit, B. What have you done?
I think we should. Nothing. I think at all times we should be able to talk to our politicians, whether they run for office or not. We're gonna do a whole show.
Be able to ask them the uncomfortable questions.
All right, so real quick, Golly. Martin the Fresh Prince.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Martin.
Okay. He's a real
my man.
He's a real nigga. Yo, we gotta get some tricks and shit. He's a real man. Well, he's from Chai Hill. They different out there. Yeah, whatever DJ from Chai Hill, that's different. Chai Hill.
You got DJ Tweety. You got DJ,
Tweety on that?
DJ Tweety.
Okay.
DJ Uncle Al.
Uncle Al, my man.
You got DJ Eli.
Okay, Eli was on the show.
Eli, one of the OGs.
Yeah, rest in peace to Lil Lonnie as well. He was definitely.
Eli, one of the OGs.
Lil Lonnie was repping on Cherry Hill heavy. Rest in peace, Lil Lonnie.
I've done a few round the way shows with Lonnie. Lonnie's a good kid. I know his parents.
Yeah. Cherry Hill. So what makes Cherry Hill different?
I'm gonna tell you.
I got my phone about to die.
What makes Cherry Hill different is one of the few communities that was actually designed for Black people. So Cherry Hill itself is originally designed to be a community for World War II veterans. So my grandfather was one of the first people to actually buy a house in Cherry Hill. Him, his brother, and his cousin. So my family is very, very deeply ingrained in Cherry Hill. But one of the beauties of Cherry Hill is also one of the saddest things about Cherry Hill, because it's a community where literally generations among generations coexist. And so when things happen out Cherry Hill, you know who did it.
Yeah.
Like if and I hate to say this, but a person who get killed out Cherry Hill, almost 10 times out of 10, they know the person who did it. That person probably went to school with them. That person probably sat at their kitchen table with them. And
probably could have been their best friend.
And it's a beautiful thing because we're such a close-knit community. And that's why when things like this happens, it hurts a little bit more, because it's generational. My dad grew up my grandfather bought a house in Cherry Hill.
So
my
everybody
dad grew up in Cherry Hill. I grew up in Cherry Hill.
Generation. So go ahead.
Now you say it's a beautiful thing, which it is, because at some point we had community and togetherness, right?
And you still see that.
And you still see that.
You still see
that.
But
when you say that it's sad as well, right?
Yeah.
Is that because you feel as the community is made for the community, and the generation, it hasn't been a breakage in the cycle for things to go a different way, to come back and build up the same togetherness that it started with?
Thank you for asking me.
Great question. That's a great question.
Thank you for asking me that.
Shout out a bell like
you say that every time.
Shout out to my guy Mike Battle and the RICH program out Cherry Hill. RICH stands for Raised in Cherry Hill. It also stands for Restoring Inner City Hope. It's a movement that he started, and I've been very, very fortunate enough to have been a part of that movement from its very beginnings. When I say it's sad, I go out there and I remember kids like Lonnie, young man, and I see these kids, and I see what the system, how these systematic things that have been put in place to kind of hold them back. I see the direct effect of it, because I was fortunate enough to have kind of gotten away from it because my parents pushed me to get away from it. So they made sure I did things outside the community, had different experiences. I mean, that was before my father passed. I was able to tell him, like, you was brilliant. You was a brilliant Black man for raising me the way that you did, because I was able to see so much more than just Cherry Hill. So in my mind growing up, I always knew there was more out here in this world. Unfortunately, young men and women don't get that opportunity these days. And I mean, this is just reflective of a lot of the communities in Baltimore City, period. I mean, that in and of itself isn't confined to just Cherry Hill. When I speak on the sadness of that close-knitness when it comes to Cherry Hill is when I think of the deaths, the homicides, things like that, because, families got to realize, this family that we've known all the time, their nephew or their son then killed my nephew or my son. And you watching families be destroyed. And because Cherry Hill is so generational, everybody's almost damn near related. So we're all grown up under the premise of family, probably more so than any other community that I know, only because we kind of sit the way we do geographically to the rest
y'all
of the
separated
city.
like kind of like on the island,
so really between Cherry Hill and Westport, you have a lot of intermingling that goes on. And so it's sad because not only does a death, it creates a cycle of death.
Yes.
So because if my guy over here gets killed and then we know who did it, then we got to retaliate, and then they know who did it, and then we retaliate.
Right.
So it's like one death can trigger a back and forth that may go on for a few months.
Years.
I have two friends that I miss to this very day. Both of them were killed around my birthday, a year apart. In the same, all this was in the same. One got killed, then the other one, retaliated. Then a year later, then a barbershop in West Baltimore, they come and kill him. So I'm about to go DJ and birthday, have a good time, and then some phone ring, and
wow, that's tough. Let me ask you this. Like I said, I know we got to keep going, but something like with the barbershop. You know, I grew up in Pennsylvania. We all from different neighborhoods, right? It's like, why don't you just hit your attendant target? Like, if I'm in a barbershop getting my hair cut, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga, and you got beef with this dude in the chair. Why you gonna come here and shoot the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like,
anywhere, why do you go anywhere publicly?
I'm not saying do violence. I'm not saying kill nobody. I'm just saying, like,
you're going to
hit the person you're trying to get.
All right? It's real life.
Yeah.
Okay, things happen. They just can't be all right, don't do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm not an advocate, but sometimes it's like that. But if you're going to be about that life, if you're going to find yourself a gun, right? Why wouldn't you take target practice? Why do you not know how to utilize the apparatus that you carry?
That's a big word. That's a big fucking word.
No, it
spell that word. You cannot spell that word. That is a big word, yo.
Please don't.
This is big for the American culture. Can you spell that word? Apparatus?
Apparatus.
Okay.
Apparatus. Apparatus. A-P.
How do I know she right? I don't know that spell.
Apparatus. E-R-A-T-U-S. A-P-P.
You just look smart, guy.
It's A-P-P-A.
A-T-A. A-P-P-A-T-A-R-U-S.
Did you know that now?
Apparatus.
You smart as shit, too. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Apparatus, which is a device or machine.
I hate that shit.
And that's an apparatus that they carry around to do crime.
I'm just saying, I just don't like when innocent people get killed. That's
but
what I'm
that's
saying.
why.
Don't
because
come
they don't
inside
know
the barbershop. How about you just wait for them to come out?
They don't care.
You know what
they
I'm saying?
Don't have any regard for their own life.
Yeah.
So why would they care about yours?
Yeah.
If they go in the barbershop, they don't care if it's somebody's uncle, niece, nephew, grandmother, mother.
Yeah, that shit is
They just open fire and then they kill everybody except their targets.
Yeah, what you saying, guys?
You gotta restore. You gotta really restore hope. I mean, I wasn't always a good guy, and I had my fair share of things that I've done out here in this world. But I also recall the days that I was living reckless, and I, didn't think about tomorrow, and I didn't think about what was going on. But I always look at my life, as much as I give accolades to my parents, I always look at one very important key point in my life. I went to one high school, neighborhood school, and I had a situation go there, a neighborhood situation that forced me to be pulled from that school. And then I was like, I transferred to another school because I had good grades and all that other stuff. So I was able to transfer. I was able to do a hardship transfer into a much better school. But the difference was the talk was different. So when I'm going to this school over here, and I don't want to say no names of the schools because that's not really important. But for those who know where I graduated, then it is what it is. But transferring the school I left, we didn't talk about what's to come after high school. It was just like, let's get y'all through here, get your degree. Get your diploma. That's it.
That's it. Right.
Then when I transferred, every single day I'm getting bombarded with scholarship opportunities. So now I'm forced to recondition my mind to think about, it's something after this.
Right.
That I never really gave credence to prior to, because growing up, that's what it was. It was, you went to school, you got your diploma, you went to work.
Credence. I like that.
And so, my gosh.
And so, just that simple reconditioning really changed my outlook.
That's a good.
We must recondition ourselves anyway, period, every day, because we are not meant to just work. We're not meant to just get up. It's 24 hours in a day. I wish it was 26. It's 24 hours in a day. Now, if you go to work, I just seen a post that was like this. All right. If you go to work for a certain amount of hours out of that day, then you come home and you got to tend to all the family members that you have. And then after that, you got to get some time to yourself to wash up and get yourself together. Do your house chores and manage your bills if anybody sits down like I do to manage their bills on a day, and then turn around and sleep. and then turn around and get up and do the same thing over and over again. You are not interacting. And a lot of the stress that we have and the decisions that we make and the hardships that we are having in our communities is because we have not reconditioned our minds to think a different way than what we have been thinking. Everybody just is thinking, oh, I got to get this money. I got to get this money. Everybody did that for Christmas. Now, let me just leave this one thought. Like my friend, my neighbor, okay, and anybody else that may have a situation. You went all out. You paid all this money. You bought all this stuff. Now, you didn't know what was going to happen, but all the things was for a person who won't get it the next day. So when you think about it like that, what was more important? Okay, was it the time that you spent with them? Or was it the gifts that you bought them for that one day that you know is the same day every single year, like your birthday? Like, come on. And people go crazy and they stress about the things that don't matter, but they're not spending any time. They're not having important talks. They're not getting what they need to get off their chest so that they can move forward.
Yeah, no, what you're saying is you're missing your calling. Yeah, you gotta talk to people.
We're not doing that.
I'm sorry, we gotta talk to people. But we definitely gotta go though. It's an eyebrow for me. I didn't want to say nothing.
It was
funny.
an awesome.
See, then again, the eyebrow.
It was awesome.
I can't
What
stop.
the fuck is that?
Gully definitely dropped some gems.
So we gotta go. But Gully, Instagram, all that good stuff.
You can catch me Facebook, Instagram at DJ Gully 410.
Okay.
I keep it simple.
I like that. And
Gully Recycled. Facebook, IG. All
that good stuff.
DJ Knowledge, DJ NILE.
Anything coming up, Knowledge?
DGE. We'll be back at Bar Elite next year, January 20th, I believe. But I think we're going to switch it up and do more of an open format this time.
Yeah.
The music, music wise, I started spinning. Well, I think I said it's the last show, like 90s hip hop and all that, and they went crazy. And I was in my zone.
I go crazy. I love house music.
I love it.
Yeah. Shout out to that. Anything else?
Yes, actually, January the 2nd. Okay. January 2nd will be Copper Coffee, my podcast for Christmas. I got all the things that I need. So January the 2nd on Mondays from 5 to 6.
That sounds good. Got anything this week?
New Year's Eve parties coming up.
Where you at?
Oh my goodness. I'm at 748 birthday party, and then I'll be at Wink and Kelly's.
Shout out to Wink and Kelly's. Rest in peace to Kelly. That we said the same thing. Yeah. That hit the community hard. That was tough. This week was a glorious week. Every day is glorious, but let's say that tonight, Taco Tuesday, 18 Woodlawn, right behind Page Hughes. Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Crafty Crab. I'm having my going away party Friday at the Windsor. For going away to Africa. Saturday, back Crafty Crab. Sunday morning, I have brunch, and also I have a church service. I'm DJing at church Sunday, and they're praying for me. Me and my family going to Africa. For me going to Africa. So when I leave 9:00 Sunday night, I don't get to Africa till Tuesday.
Right.
Damn. Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy.
Can I say something before? I want to say, I love my brother DJ Knowledge. Yeah. Shout out to my man DJ Duke.
Thanks, Joe.
I remember first meeting you.
I'm not gonna record this on this. This is major for me.
I remember first meeting you with your brother. It was 1818 Maryland Avenue. It was Envy.
Oh yeah, okay, Envy. Yeah, Club Envy. Yep.
And sometimes it's always good. It's always good to watch somebody's career blossom. And I watch you put in the work, man.
Thanks,
and you're going to get, I assure you, if you don't feel it yet, I assure you will get everything out of it that you want. Because I know you've surpassed in 7 years. In 7 years, I've watched you surpass people that's been doing it for 10, 15, and 20. Yeah. So salute to you, my brother.
Thanks, Joe. That's major. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Joe. But then, like I said, man, going to Africa, y'all, more live in Sierra Leone. January 7th is a big show. We got people from France flying in, people from Saudi Arabia flying in for this show. Shout out to Kyle De Niro. He's the ambassador of arts and entertainment for the whole country, Sierra Leone. So I'm eager. I'm happy. I'm also teaching STEM. Shout out to DJ 5-Star, who gave me the knowledge. TNT. Who else we got? Couple other DJs that teaches as well, but 5-Star. Corey's one of our instructors as well. And he started real estate. And that hit me hard too. That was so unexpected. I talked to him about 2 weeks before that.
I sit back and I see everything.
Yeah. Shout out to Corey Banks. But yeah, STEM. I always tell you about it. 5-star really changed my life. And last year, 5-star just gave me $1,000. I talked to him. I was like, yo, I'm about to go to Africa. Any literature. He like, all right, y'all, check the cash app. He just sent me $1,000 last year. Of course, I couldn't go because of COVID and shit. I had to pay a nigga back. But anyway, that's not what I was doing. But anyway, shout out to 5-star. Because I didn't go, so I understand. You know, I understand. But it was the thought that counts, though. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody. Yeah, I can't wait to go, man.
That's what's up, bro. I'm proud of you, man. He's my oldest son.
Come see me to say show. Bye, yo. All right, have a good day. See y'all next week. Peace.
Oh, family, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
When I say I can't.